Welcome back to Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. After rain had washed out racing several times recently, Anderson Motor Speedway put together a big night of racing last week with the Southeast Super Trucks and late models sharing the bill. It was a big night of racing at Anderson Motor Speedway in Williamston, South Carolina, with two big features on tap from the Southeast Super Trucks and the late model stocks. The night started with Legends action as Riley Halverson took the early lead, with Tyler Green and Austin Osborne moving up to second and third. Green would stalk the leader until lap 10 when he moved past Halverson to move into the top spot. But Halverson wasn't done yet as he moved back around Green to retake the lead. Green stayed on Halverson's back bumper, refusing to let him escape. That battle pulled the top four into contention. Lap 17, Green gets a look under Halverson and takes the lead off of turn 2. But Halverson tries to battle back. Green takes the lead for good on the front stretch, bringing Edson with him. That's just where they would stay until the end as Tyler Green scored the victory. Edson finishes in second with Austin Osborne in third, Riley Halverson in fourth, and Kevin Ellison in fifth. Up next were the late models, with R.A. Brown jumping out to the early lead, while Eric Stokes and Justin Sorrow settled into second and third. Lap 4, Randy Porter's car suddenly takes off towards the turn 1 wall in a shower of sparks after cutting a tire, bringing out the first caution. Porter will head for the pits. He'll come back out briefly, but will end up parking it with suspension damage. An ensuing caution flies on the restart for debris in turn 4. When the race finally gets back underway, Brown will again take the point with Stokes in second. Sorrow and Kenneth Hedden fight side by side for third, with Sorrow holding on to the spot. Meanwhile, Anthony Anders is on the move. He has made his way up to fifth. Lap 13, and we have a three-car fight for second between Stokes, Sorrow, and Hedden. Hedden will end up making his way around Sorrow for third. With 8 laps to go, Hedden will make the pass on Stokes for second and looks to cut into Brown's lead. With 2 laps to go, Hedden has cut the advantage down to 1.5 seconds, but he'll get no closer as R.A. Brown leads wire to wire to score the late model victory. Hedden finishes in second with Stokes in third, Anders in fourth, and Austin Aker in fifth. Up next were the Super Renegades, where Barry Tollison Jr. jumped out to the early lead, with Sammy Staggs moving his way to second. Back behind Barry Tollison Sr. and James Johnson would battle for third, with Tollison Sr. getting the position. Over the final lap, Staggs would begin to close on Tollison Jr., but he could not put together a run in time as Barry Tollison Jr. scored the victory by a car length over Staggs. Tollison Sr. finished in third, with Rick Kelly in fourth and Johnson in fifth. The Southeast Super Trucks were up next. Tim Lawless jumped out to the early lead, while Kenneth Hedden got off to a great start in the 33 truck, moving to second in the opening laps, while Marty Ward made his way to third. Lap 6, Austin Northcutt spins in turn 2, collecting Randy Porter in the process. Both have sheet metal damage, but are able to continue. On the restart, Hedden gets a big run on the outside, looking for the top spot. By the next lap, he'll have it, with Lawless sliding back to second and Ward in third. Lap 9, and the caution flies again when Tyler Worley goes around off the front bumper of Jeff Caldwell, with Northcutt getting caught up as well. All three are able to continue. Back under Green, Hedden holds the lead, while Lawless and Kevin Light fight for second. Lawless will hold the spot, while Ward and Light fight for third. Light puts up a great fight, and in the meantime, Martin Nesbitt makes his way past Ward for the fourth position. While that fight went on, Porter was making up for lost time, making his way up to sixth by lap 37. Lap 45, Ward stops in turn 4, drawing another caution. On the restart, Hedden walks away again with the lead, while Porter charges his way to fourth. With 17 to go, the fight is on between Lawless and Nesbitt for second, and that duo will battle for the next several laps for that spot, all the while allowing Porter to close in. Final lap now. While Hedden has driven away, the fight for second goes 3 wide off the second turn, with Porter powering by on the bottom to get the position. Hedden will score the victory, with Porter coming home in second, Nesbitt in third, Lawless in fourth, and Light rounding out the top 5. The always entertaining front-wheel drives closed out the night, with Brian King jumping out to the early lead, with Tommy Davis and C.J. Hewitt giving chase. The action was interrupted early when Savannah Couch went around on the front stretch, bringing out the caution. On the restart, the field stacked up 4 wide going into turn 1, with King coming away again with the lead, followed by Tommy Davis and B.J. Davis. The caution flew again on lap 5 when Brandy Davis slowed in turn 4. The field went 4 wide again on the restart, but it was again King showing the way with B.J. Davis and Tommy Davis in pursuit. Meanwhile, Joey Kelly is on the move and charges his way to second over the closing laps. With 2 to go, Kelly closes on King and makes his way around him for the lead. Kelly will pull away to score another Anderson victory with King in second, Tommy Davis in third, B.J. Davis in fourth, and Chris Harville in fifth. Let's hear from the winners.
Yeah, the top 4 cars were all Farbo cars. We all work on them together. All of us really good friends. Riley does a really good job. I'm 24 and he's, just 17 years old, so he's got a successful road ahead of him for sure. He does a great job, and it was great running side by side with him and Trey Edson and Austin Osborne.
Yeah, well, once we got out front and they were fighting behind us, we just kind of put it on cruise control there and got away a little bit. So the car was absolutely on the rail. I got to thank Theory Racing Chassis, Dud Hobgood, my guys James and Ernie, and what can I say? It rode like a dream and got the job done.
Boy, it was a rough one. This thing kept getting looser and looser as it went. Got to thank Martin Newton. He builds the motors for it. Jackie Turner, he's there every week helping out. Eddie Andrews, you can't ask no more for it. I couldn't do it without my daddy. He runs a 33 car. I couldn't do it without him. That's what drives me.
Well, it's just one of them deals that guys prepare an awesome truck for me to drive, and it is our home racetrack. Might have had a little bit of edge on him. I run my late model before this and run second, so this thing, I think we've been in here 4 or 5 times and I've won all of them. So, hey, I don't want to change. I'd run every race down here.
Congratulations, partner.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Man, what a run. To have the trouble you did, come and power back to the back, and a 3-wide move on the last lap. Tell me about that race.
I'll tell you what, Davey and Darrell, smart, and his dad, got a really good truck, got a better truck than they thought it was. They brought it down. We talked for a couple months about doing something. They brought it down last night. We spent a couple hours last night and about 3 or 4 this morning just going over everything. And they ain't been racing near as long as me, so we kind of knew what to look for in these kind of things, these kind of trucks. Straightened some stuff out. Got no practice, but let me tell you, the rear end broke, axle broke. I made 1/2 a lap. Those guys laid under that car for about 6 hours. Tearing the rear end apart, trying to get the broke axle out, rebuild it, put it back together. I thought when it happened, there's no way we're racing tonight, so I'd already give up on it. But they didn't give up. Them guys work as hard as anybody ever seen.
Well, congratulations on a great run.
Thank you, thank you. Good truck.
Oh, man, I just got lucky again. Sometimes you get lucky from dead last to the win. Without an awesome crew chief here, I couldn't do it. I'm telling y'all, it's all in the man that sets it up.
We've got to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have a look at pro late model action from Montgomery Motor Speedway. You're watching Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. We'll be right back. For 30 years, the best of the best racers in the country have traveled to Jefferson, Georgia to fight for the title King of the Short Tracks. The fight continues at Gresham Motorsports Park as Slack Auto Parts presents the 30th Annual World Crown 300 presented by Peach State Freightliner and Ford Power Stroke Diesel on August 10th. Dawsonville, Georgia's Chase Elliott will look to defend his crown against fast aces like Bubba Pollard, Daniel Hemrick, TJ Reed, Spencer Davis, and more. And when the action is over on the track, things will get hot overhead with a huge fireworks display sponsored by Royal Oak. Get $5 off with a discount coupon available at Slack Auto Parts. Active and retired military and their families get in free with a military ID while supplies last, courtesy of Kipper Tools. Tickets are $30 for adults, $25 for seniors, kids 12 and under free. Go to racegmp.com for more information. Come see a king crowned at the Slack Auto Parts World Crown 300 presented by Peach State Freightliner and Ford Power Stroke Diesel. August 10th at Gresham Motorsports Park in Jefferson, Georgia, the king of the short tracks.